Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Third Eye Meditation Podcast. Want to welcome everybody again. I know it's been a little bit of a delay, but however, like you said, past, present, and future, you may be hitting that play button 50 years from today. And today is February 17th, 2023. Probably a little, maybe about a week overdue for this, but there's so much going on behind the scenes right now in Third Eye Meditation. So that's why it took a little time. And I have somebody in the studio with me today. It's funny, I didn't want to call her a guest because, well, she's not a guest. She is Third Eye Meditation. Most of you guys out there who join me who have been listening to the podcast right from the very beginning, you understand that we had Third Eye Meditation, which is the parent company, basically, to everything else that goes underneath it. And then we had Third Eye Meditation Podcast, and now we got the Third Eye Meditation Network, and we now have the Third Eye Meditation Ministry. So we're moving forward. We got things going on. And as of recently on the Third Eye Meditation Network, which is on the Facebook page and mostly the social medias, when we do the live show on a Wednesday night show, I introduced my beautiful stepdaughter, Hannah, and she did a show with me. And I said, this worked out so beautifully. I basically handed her keys to the business and I said, you are now co-owner, and every thought that you have is going to be just like mine. And we work so well together. So I'm bringing her on her very first podcast. This is her first time actually doing a podcast, and she's done the Facebook shows with me, and that always goes well. So I have no doubt tonight's going to go fantastic. But before we bring her in, I just want to get a few things out of the way. ThirdEyeMeditation.net. You must check out all those things that are changing. Again, I'm changing this to the Third Eye Meditation Ministry just simply because the business end is in a slight change. We are going through so much stuff right now personally, and I don't have a physical location. There's nothing to sell just yet, and I'm still working on getting people to recognize Third Eye Meditation and what we're all about. So I took down the price list, and we're working off of donations now. So if you go to thirdeyemeditation.net, you'll see the donation page. We have a link to it. If you want to reach out for help, we work off of donations. No suggested donation. You give what you want. And that's just how that works. Because take advantage of it, because in the near future, I am sure we're going to start blowing things up. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on, and we're going to bring that pricing list back. We're still going to be fair, but I just want everybody to take advantage right now that we're working off of donations only. So thirdeyemeditation.net. And if you want to check out that Facebook show, I got links on there too as well. And let's not forget about Mind's Eye Metaphysical, mindseyemetaphysical.com. All right. We all know who Jen is by now. And I'm telling you, you must reach out to her if you want anything metaphysical. So all of your metaphysical needs can be bought right there on mindseyemetaphysical.com, or reach out to Jen at 717-286-3784. Or if you happen to be in the Lancaster area of Pennsylvania, you could stop in her beautiful shop, 3 Railroad Avenue, Marietta, Pennsylvania, 17547. So everybody, I want to introduce you to my wonderful sidekick, my wonderful partner, Hannah. Hannah, say hello.
Hey everyone, what's going on? It's so nice to be here. I'm so excited, and I hope to be more involved with podcasts. I'm so excited to be here.
Absolutely. And Hannah, like I said, we're going to break you in on this here show, and I'm going to give you the reins to the Audio Boom site. And if you ever feel the need to go ahead and do a solo podcast, you certainly would be able to do that. So tell the listeners a little bit about you, whatever it is that's on your mind. Let them know. Give them a little taste of what you're about.
Hey, so just a little background on me. I am married. I have a 1-year-old son currently, and he is my entire world. I have been through so much in my life. And, one of the main reasons of me joining Third Eye Meditation alongside Gary is that I take what I've been through and I use that as insight so I can help others. And, I've always been such an empath, and I just feel like, I've been through all of this stuff. What kind of person would I be if I didn't just share the knowledge and the mutual feelings that I've had towards these situations with others to help them out of that situation. My biggest thing is I always, always, always want to lead someone to that light of that end of the tunnel.
That's beautiful, and that's exactly what I like about you. And there's such a great dynamic between the two of us. We've noticed that on the shows, the insight that you have, and I've been looking at this partnership, and it really is kind of a yin and a yang when you're looking at
Yes.
it, because you got the male, the female, and then you have the elder generation as well as the younger generation. And of course, I'm part of the younger generation.
Yeah,
Of
and then
course,
I'm
I'm
the old
older
one.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, folks. I know you can't see the total opposite, but it is a yin and a yang, and I like that. It's good to bring in a different viewpoint, somebody who could connect maybe to somebody else that maybe I could not connect
Yeah.
to, and we have been working together so far. There's some
Mhm.
people reaching out to us. There's a whole metaphysical side to this, but there's also this. I always tell you, through meditation, you can reach a higher self. Sometimes we need a little bit of help along the way.
Mhm.
And when you're working on yourself and all, it's always good to reach out. We're not counselors, we're not doctors, we're real everyday people. And I find that to be much stronger because you could sometimes talk more freely to a regular person than you would sometimes doctors and all. It's really
Because you're afraid you're going to get admitted.
yeah, well, there you go. That's one way definitely to look at it. Yeah, so you could always reach out to us. And like I said, thirdeyemeditation.net is always open to everybody, whether it be on our social network pages or right here all across the Third Eye Meditation podcast. And now that we have Hannah here, we could probably reach even more people.
Yes.
So Hannah, like I said, we've been helping people, and I know for a fact, like we've got some people, they've been reaching out to us, and we're starting to get a lot more viewership on our network and all that. But it's our goal, you and I,
Yeah.
to try and expand this. Like I'm talking street corner kind of pushing the Third Eye Meditation purpose.
And that's what I was just about to say. Like, we literally finished each other's sentences because I was going to say it's not necessarily about like the viewership that we want. We want Third Eye Meditation to branch because for the sole reason that we want to help you. We want to change the world and have people view things differently, come into realizing that meditation isn't about what I always say. Me and Gary laugh every time. It's not about the Buddha that you're thinking of in your head when you're thinking meditation. There is so much more. And we are here solely because we want to help the world. We want to help as many people as we can. And, viewership comes in a part of that just so we can reach the world. That's what we want to do.
Absolutely. And you're so correct when it comes to the likes and all the algorithms. I was so concerned with that. But however, I want to change the face of social media.
Yes.
Everybody complains about it. Oh, it's not the best, it's watch things that have purpose instead of watching things that are going to build more drama in your life. Pay attention to the pages where people are trying to reach out. That's what you need to do. This is the page we want people to go to. We want people to type in Third Eye Meditation in order to seek out something higher than just all the celebrity drama and all the drama of the news and the mainstream media. We want to be that source for you when you're trying to find some guidance, some help, a direction in your life. We want to be the people that you come to. And at least we could guide you in the right way. We can't provide you with professional counseling and professional help in that way, but we can definitely
can't prescribe
people.
No meds.
Yeah, can't prescribe medications or anything like that. We are not doctors, but again, we are very ordinary, everyday people that are just trying to reach out.
I can write you a prescription to meditation tips.
There you go. That's right. And it's always been about meditation here. We've always sat down and talked about meditation can help you achieve the better self. Sitting down, just doing it 5 to 10 minutes a day. And hopefully, again, by now, everybody that's listened from the first episode up until now has probably increased that to at least 15 to 20. And some of you better be on 1 hour a day. Okay. It's very important we meditate. It's a practice. We need to keep doing it. So there's many things that we can do to help ourselves. Many, many things. And sometimes you just don't know where to start.
And we're here to help you with that. We're here to help you start.
That's right. I feel, I know we're going to gain more traction in this.
Yes.
I always said, I'm going to be famous, but I'm going to be podcast famous. Well, it's time to do it. We need to reach out, though, a lot more than just through the podcast, more than just through social media, and we'll get there. Hannah and I are going to start laying that groundwork down, and you're going to see Third Eye Meditation start to blow up a lot more and become a lot more popular. And again, this goes back to where I'm saying, if I feel good and I'm close to somebody else, they start to feel good. And then the person next to them, they start to feel good. That's the ripple in the ocean. We're trying to spread this through everybody else. And tonight, we're going to sit and talk about a lot of those little things, a lot of different things you can do to help yourself, throw in some meditation, and give Hannah her first, podcast experience, get herself, comfortable. This way she could start doing more.
I'm
I love,
excited.
yeah, exactly. I'm excited
I'm like,
too.
I can just picture me doing a podcast, like all done up, nice studio headphones on with the microphone. I'm here for it.
Absolutely. And I'm here because it makes the podcast so much easier. Because I was giving them a few pointers before we, threw the mic on. And I say it's so much easier when you got somebody in the studio with you
Yeah.
and you can talk to. Because otherwise, you're just basically talking to a microphone, even though you're going to eventually reach so many people. And we are being heard in approximately around 23 countries.
What's up?
Yeah. So, I mean, there's just so much when it comes to people and personality out there. And it's a lot more difficult because you try and picture who it is that's listening to you. And that's what I always found difficult with the podcast. But just knowing that there are people listening, I want to thrive and keep doing this because this is always my favorite, being behind the microphone and doing this.
Yes.
So if you are looking for that guidance, like I said, there's so many ways, so many directions, and it all depends what you want. But we're going to hit on some generalized things right now, general stuff to help you. Again, you probably heard it before on this show, but it's nice again because we do have Hannah here and she could always lend different insight on so many different things. But we were talking about self-awareness the other day. And I was on our Facebook show, actually.
Yes.
And it was a little difficult topic because I don't really do too much research. And a lot of self-awareness is really good for, I guess, people that are in the corporate world. And that's where a lot, like if you do the Google search, that's what comes up. But self-awareness can go well beyond that. And it's very good, especially I found for when it comes to meditation, because you can become very self-aware. However, I was hit with something. As we're doing the show and we're trying to wing it because this is never rehearsed and there's never a script on these shows. I was trying to find some way to go in some way direction. And Hannah here just hit, the ball out in left field. And you started talking about the whole makeup thing and the revelation that you made. I just sat back in awe and I said, that just explained self-awareness. And Hannah has this ability to just completely open herself up. And I think that's what people should be impressed with.
Yes.
So I don't know if you wanted to repeat.
Yeah, I will. Yep. So basically just wanted to start out with, I am a person that wears her heart on her sleeve. I am a very open person because as I said, when I introduced myself, if I have been through something and I've gotten through it, what kind of person would I be if I didn't share that with someone who might be experiencing the same thing? So basically we were talking about self-awareness and, couple years ago, not even just a couple years ago, all throughout I was in high school, years after that, I was obsessed with makeup and everyone looked at me like, even Gary can agree. Everyone looked at me like, oh, it's just, a phase. It's a girl phase, but it wasn't a girl phase for me. Um, it was the fact that I didn't find myself beautiful. I felt that the makeup was a mask for me. And then, you know, having my child helped definitely, but one day I just opened my eyes and I realized that, I'm beautiful naturally. I don't need this makeup to hide myself. I am beautiful and no one can tell me otherwise. And all I have to do is believe it and feel it. And, like I said, having my son definitely helped me. I went through tremendous things to have my son and my body changed and just my outlook on life changed, and I became self-aware that there is much more natural beauty to myself just being plain old me than putting that mask on that I had on for so long.
That's wonderful. And this is what I really connected with me, because they said, well, this is why I have you as part of third eye meditation. You really lend those insights. That's amazing. I too, I'm kind of like, I don't care if somebody asks me a question, I'm going to answer it. It's as simple as
Yeah,
that. I don't care. I always tell people, don't ask the question unless you're prepared for
for the
the
answer.
answer. See, you're finishing my sentences, and
Yes.
I love that. And so to reveal stuff like that about you, and I really appreciate that so much, that helps somebody else who might have that same
Yeah.
feeling but never was able to express it.
Yeah, you're so worried about, like, what other people think of you and stuff like that, but, like, when you become self-aware, you have the freedom to change the way that you're thinking and the way you're caring, and that gives you the freedom to live the life that you want, you know, ignore the things or the thing like, the trends
Mm-hmm.
because you're just so you're just self-aware of
Mm-hmm.
self-love.
Mm-hmm.
I learned to love myself
Yeah.
after hating myself for so long. I
Mm-hmm.
just like I said, it was just an awakening for me.
There you go. And this is what I think so many people are trapped in. They're trapped in
The
that,
trends.
yeah, the trends and the just the constant, what is expected of what beauty is and all.
Mhm.
And people do, they've wound up
Following these
yeah.
influencers and getting on the
Yeah.
trends and having to feel like you have to get this and buy that. No, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't. Find the beauty that has always been within you and
Mm-hmm.
stick with that and realize that that's your gold right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody's
Love
beautiful.
yourself because, you can't love anybody else or no one's truly gonna no, I don't wanna say no one's gonna truly love you,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, love yourself because if you want anyone to love you, they're gonna wanna love the real you. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Not the
Absolutely.
you that you're trying to be just because you're trying to follow these thick trends that are embedded in our brains.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. And I feel we can break out of that. And there's so many people that are locked into it and they don't see a
Yes.
problem with it.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm
Mm.
not gonna sit here and say I'm not a, trend follower. There's
Mhm.
things I see, on different platforms and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I
Mhm.
need to try that. Oh, I
Right.
have to have that." And every once in a while I'll get in
Mhm.
there and I'll like experience it or
Mhm.
purchase something. But then there's other things where I'm just like,
Mhm.
yeah, that's cool, but I don't need that. Like, that's
Mhm.
not going to benefit me
Mhm.
mentally or physically or anything like that. And I pass the trend. I scroll to the next.
Mhm.
And that's what I really want people to realize is that life isn't about all those trends.
Mhm. Make yourself a trend.
Yes.
Focus on yourself and be proud of everything that you have. Become that trend. Even if no one's following it, be proud to be yourself and
Yes. I was just about to
always,
say that.
always respect yourself. Understand that you are beautiful because everyone is beautiful. No matter what we all have some sort of beauty.
I feel like a beautiful heart is much more prettier than a beautiful face.
Absolutely, absolutely. We really feel, and this goes. If you heard any of my meditation podcasts, we are all energy. That's what we are, and that's what we feed off of in the first place.
Mhm.
And we can feed off of that, and that's the first thing that we're going to be attracted to when it comes to another person.
Yeah.
It's that energy, and that's what we're connecting on.
If you give me negative energy, it's a no-go for me. I want to
Absolutely.
feel such a vibrant energy from someone that it's almost like a high.
Yes, yes, and that's what we seek out. We don't have to connect with everybody.
We don't. But if we can help you change and mend your energy because you realize that there's an imbalance in yourself, that's what we're here for. That is our goal.
hmm Absolutely, and we will try our best to help you. And if we can't, we will try and guide you to people who can.
Yes.
So yeah, don't get stuck on that the real world. Don't get stuck in that real world. I always take you into that meditative state. Understand that you're much more than just a physical body. You are a being. You have a soul, a consciousness, and that's the most beautiful part of anybody. And you got to realize that. All the other stuff comes second. Because believe me, no matter what you look like, there's somebody out there that enjoys and respects and feels and likes the way you look. They're out there. We give up way too quickly. Don't give up on yourselves. Take it all in, absorb life, and become that beautiful ball of energy that people can be attracted to.
I was going to say, when I first meet people, I don't even remember their face when I leave. I remember their aura and their energy and how they felt and how I felt.
That's really, really good. I like that. I sit here sometimes talking to you, Hannah. It's always a revelation. It's just like, wow, I'm so happy that I have you in my life, just because you're feeling the exact same things that I do, even though we're two completely different people. We really connect on that. Really, and this is what we're talking about, energies, and I feel comfortable around you. I can talk to you. I know you can talk to me about anything.
And like we were saying earlier, right before the show, I was like, we have different opinions on topics and things like that, but we agree to disagree. And just because we have different opinions doesn't mean that we can't get along and be family and be friends. You know what I mean? And I think that's a problem too, is like, back to trending real quick, just because someone has a different opinion than you on, whether it be politics or a trend, or, you don't like this celebrity, but I like this celebrity, that does not matter. Like someone for their inner self instead of their opinions. You know what I mean? Obviously, opinions do play a little bit into your inner self, but at the end of the day, just because, so and so likes this record, but you don't like that record, you're going to let your energies vibe away from each other instead of vibe close together.
Yes, and that has been one of the biggest problems in our society right now, is this great divide. And we're literally both sitting on two separate sides of the fence, saying, one side saying we're right, the other side saying we're right. But nobody wants to have a collective thought ever. They just want to go off the fact that that person doesn't agree with me, so that's why I don't like them. We need to change that. We really, really do.
Step in that other person's shoes.
Step in those shoes, feel and understand why they think that way, respect why they feel that way. Even if you don't, as long as you can respect their opinion, you're in a better place.
And have an open mind. That's my biggest thing. I used to be so close-minded. I will be 100% honest and, call myself out right now. I was so close-minded. My opinion or no way. You know what I mean? But then, as you get older and, you open up your mind, you open up your third eye, I should say. You realize, step in another person's shoes. My big thing is too, pros and cons lists. Differences. What's negative about my opinion versus what's positive about their opinion? I have so many people in my life that have different opinions on me. A big one is, religion. I believe something, another person believes this, but you know what? At the end of the day, I'm feeling their auras, I'm feeling their energy, and we're fine. They can have that different opinion because I'm not going to participate in the divide that I see in this world.
Awesome. Everybody take a little lesson to that. All right. Do not participate in the divide. All right. Make your own opinion. Be your own self. Be happy. Be proud of it. Flaunt it. Just don't try to change other people's beliefs just because you feel so strongly about yours. Have that open mind. Express those feelings, but also observe other people's feelings, opinions, thoughts. We'll get along so much better that way than we do sitting on two separate sides of the fence. Because you're not going to make two separate worlds. We still have one world and we all have to live in it.
We have to share it together.
Yes, we certainly do. I'm trying to get people to understand that, it's no longer about black and white, blue and red in politics and all. It's no longer about that. It's about one race, one human race. Things are happening right now in the world that are affecting every single one of us, regardless of color of your skin, regardless of what sex you are. we have to understand we are being targeted, and everybody wants to get on their own sides of the fence about it
Yeah, and I
instead
feel
of
like the
coming
media
together.
does not help at all.
Well, of course
You know
not.
what I mean? Of course, you see, you know, black and white, Democratic, Republican, whatever it may be, and the media, they just feed
Feed
and
it.
feed and
Hmm.
feed and feed. And what people don't realize is they don't take the time to just step outside of that box and see what the media is doing. They are pushing that divide right into the people. And if we could more of us could step outside of that box and see that divide that they're putting in, the more we can come and unionize together
Hmm.
instead of just like you said being so divided, man. Like
Hmm.
I can't stress it enough. I've always been just like a we all matter. We are all
Hmm.
one.
Yes, yes, we are one race, one human race. That's what we are, and we are being lied to, and we're being manipulated by this media, and that's what's getting scarier. Is so many more people are falling for it, and I'm hoping you can hear our voices, hear them now, and understand. Don't listen to it. Listen to one another. Talk to a person. Don't hate first. Talk first. Get to know a person.
Something makes you
Mhm.
uncomfortable, say, "Hey, I don't
Mhm.
really wanna talk about this right now. This is making me uncomfortable. Maybe
Mhm.
we could do this at another time." There's nothing
Absolutely.
wrong with that, and if that
Yeah.
person replies back in a hasty way, maybe that's someone that, you can realize that they're not good for your energy,
Hmm.
and you
Yes.
set up a boundary.
Hmm.
That's another big thing we talk about here at Third Eye, boundaries.
Hmm.
It's so important to have them.
Yes. Yes. We we need these boundaries. We need to communicate more. But I'm also under the understand, like when it comes to, especially when you're getting into the self awareness or into these deeper states of consciousness, we do have to battle with our own demons. And I know we even
Mhm.
spoke about this with the self awareness. We need to do that shadow work. And I can sit here all day long and preach about love and light and, peace and love, but we do need to come in touch with those inner demons.
Mhm.
It's not always like that. And I will never force another person to say you have to forgive everybody or you even have to like everybody. But we can't hate. We can't shut other
Hate
people
is
out.
horrible.
Mm-hmm.
You can dislike someone. Go ahead, dislike someone. Don't like their energy. That's fine. But don't hate. There is no room in this world for more hate than there
Mm-hmm.
already is embedded into
Mm-hmm.
us.
Yeah. And it is. And it has been embedded. And if it is embedded in you, work it out of you. All right.
Release it.
De embed it. Get it out. Work on that. Do your shadow work.
Because
Deal
what
with
you
it.
don't realize is that you're not helping that other person or that other thing that you're hating. You're actually helping yourself.
Mm-hmm.
When you release hate, let me tell you, I have hated, you could say, so many people in my life for valid reasons. But you know what I did? Past couple years, I've forgiven myself. I haven't forgiven them. I've forgiven myself for dwelling and not letting go of those situations sooner.
Mm-hmm.
They've always made me who I am, and I can still reflect back on them. And I'm not saying that I am going to let them go entirely because, some of the stuff that I've been through is really messed up. But I've forgiven myself for, like I said, letting myself dwell on it for so long. And I've released that hate. And I just said, you know what? It's a part of my journey. Life is a journey, it's not a destination. You just
Mm-hmm.
got to keep going. What's the point of setting that train back?
Right. That's so beautifully said, Hannah. It really is. And we look at it, or I can look at you like a warrior. We go through all these negative things in our past, the traumas that we dealt with, the hatred that we dealt with, and all. And then when you look at yourself now, you can look at yourself as a warrior. You got the battle scars, you got the damaged armor, but you
I'm
lived through it,
and I'm still standing. I'm
still
still
standing.
riding that horse.
You are. And you can go into another battle from there, much wiser, with better weapons now.
Yes. My mind.
Your mind, the power of your words. That's, again, I did a whole, yeah.
Self-reflection, self-awareness,
Mm-hmm.
self-love,
Yeah.
respect.
Mm-hmm. You know exactly what you have on both sides. You know the anger portion of yourself, you know the love side of yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and you give each a fair share. You don't have to always be that love and light, and that's what a lot of people, they
Yeah.
even I
I'm dark and twisty
Mhm.
sometimes still. I'm
I'm
not gonna lie.
100% dark and twisted.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong. It's just like me saying, we want to better everybody. We want to bring everybody to a higher self, but we're not asking you to change your personality. Be who you are.
Yeah.
Keep walking through life exactly the way you are, but just start learning that there's more outside of yourself.
There's more in yourself, in your
Mm-hmm.
brain, in your inner being. Some people are just so blind of their own selves because they just don't have the tools
Mm-hmm.
to open their mind and open their third eye. And like I said, that's what we're here for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we are. We definitely are. And we like to reach out. And when we start doing more podcasts down the line, we always try to pick a topic, and we didn't pick a topic tonight. I figured we just free flow with this, and it's going really
It
well.
is going well.
Yeah. So later on, we'll probably have actual topics, and we could focus in on them a lot more because
Suggestions are always welcome too.
they always are. I always tell you, reach out to thirdeyemeditation.net, drop us a line, tell us if there's something you like, us to talk about, or just go to thirdeyemeditation.net and find our link for the Facebook page on the Where to
Wednesday
Find Me,
wind
and
downs
come
too.
on Wednesday Wind Down Show. We do the show live, and you can be part of it because that's our community, our network that we actually focus on. And it's for everybody. It's not just Third Eye Meditation.
Yeah.
You can reach out, and whatever the topic might be, you could either add to it or you could steer us off course. We don't care.
Yeah.
We've done that
Let's hear
before.
your opinions.
Yeah, hear your opinions, your thoughts, your insights, and we talk about it. And that's what's fun. And that's why this show here tonight, we just completely unscripted because I want everybody to get a feel for Hannah because she's going to be here for a long, long time and leaving this legacy. I don't got much, but this is my legacy.
Yeah.
So I'm leaving it to you because I'm comfortable that you know exactly the direction that I wanted to go in.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, but again, if we're talking about two different sides of the fence, we're on that same fence together. But if you ever had a different idea, a different thought, I can listen.
Yeah.
And I could say, okay, yeah, we can probably do that. Or no, I don't think it will. And then we can meet in the middle somewhere. Never a problem.
Yeah.
I don't think, since Hannah wears her heart on her sleeve and she's so, I gotta say, she's a stepdaughter. All right. So I always considered her more of a friend. I never wanted to be anybody's, father or anything.
Yeah.
Even father figures. I mean, whatever. No big deal. But Hannah's the youngest of three beautiful daughters and all stepdaughters. So, I'm happy. I'm very happy. I'm very proud that, I got these beautiful people in my life. And Hannah I always felt close to because Hannah is me when I was her age, like in so many ways. And when I've seen you growing up, I said, oh, wow, that's definitely me.
Yeah. Like my mom would want to pull her hair out, and
Mhm.
he's like, okay, well, just relax. She'll get on that path again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm glad you did. But regardless what road down you wanted to go down or had gone down, still loved you very much.
Yeah.
So but you wear your so
I've always been that way.
yeah, and it's just like I said, you're a warrior now. Now you could still be that way,
Mm-hmm.
but you got a different set of tools. You got a different
Yeah.
mindset now, so you can approach things differently from the way you used to. Just like me, I approach things way differently from when I did when I was your age.
Yeah.
But I did a lot of things exactly the way you did.
Yeah.
Live, learn, experience, try to get it all out of the way, and you grow up fast that way.
Yeah.
Whether that's good or bad, it all depends on who you're talking to.
Yeah. And I think over the years, like when I got back on my path, I slowly started like realizing meditation and everything and, higher energy and everything out there. One of my big meditation techniques you could say that I do is you know, I have one specifically, just to kind of give you like a visual. Well, not really a visual because that just sounds kinky, but I love to fill my bath with like Epsom salts. Whether they have lavender in them, some sage in them, make the water hot as possible that you can tolerate. And I love just putting my ears and, still leaving my face up in the air, but just, focusing on nothing but my heartbeat underneath that water. And I just clear my mind. And that's honestly like my favorite part, like type of meditation. And then you got my other big thing is I love music. Music is such an escape for me and it grounds me. And another thing, you guys are going to call me weird, is I love to clean. I'm having a bad day. Something's really messing with my energy. I'm just feeling something. I just rock out on some music. I burn the crap out of sage and I go to town. And at the end of my cleaning, my soul feels cleansed.
Mhm,
And you know what I was worrying about doesn't seem so big anymore.
mhm,
So that's a little bit of insight on me. Like I said, I wear my heart on my sleeve and I give my tips out there. They're not sacred to me,
mhm.
because if I can give you a tip and you feel like that technique's going to help you, then go for it.
That's fantastic. Thank you again. Yeah, this is what we always talk, obviously, about meditation. We always bring that back into the loop, and
Yeah.
yeah, the different techniques. We've been talking about that a lot lately, and you've mentioned that a few times about the bath and all, and that's what we always say. It's not the typical walking into a yoga studio or
Yeah.
any. You meditate the way you want to meditate, and what makes you feel the best. It could be anything. It really can be. If it's calming you or if it's placing you in that space that you want to be in, that is meditation. There is
Mhm.
no set technique to do. Develop your own. Come up with your own.
Yeah.
Reach out to
Drawing,
us.
drawing.
Drawing and all, absolutely.
Singing,
Mm-hmm.
writing, anything is meditation. I
Yep.
love to embed that into people's brains.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that yoga studio Buddha
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And I mean, it is. It
Right. It
is.
is. It is in
But
the
at the same
highest
time, it's
sense.
whatever you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Gary, he loves outdoors.
Mm-hmm.
Outdoors is his meditation.
Yep.
You know?
That's where I like to go. And so, as everybody knows, I go on those long walks, get lost out there in nature, become part of nature. That's my field. That's where I am. That's where I like to be. So, that is meditation. So, regardless of what it is, what you want, because some people just want to stay indoors and don't want to leave, but they feel comfortable in their own bed, it's your meditation.
Yeah.
Daydreaming, meditation. I can say anything really can be meditation
Mm-hmm.
as long as it's helping you achieve what you want to be. You want that higher stuff. If you want that third eye, if you want to open that up, if you want to see things, you can achieve that. There's
Yes, you can.
techniques for that. That takes work though. But if I tell you to meditate 5 to 10 minutes a day, are you? That's what I need to know. You have to do it. It's a practice. If you're not doing it, your body's not becoming aware of it. It's just repetition. It's that motor memory that you got to develop before you get into those high states like that. And it takes a long, long time. And even I'm not to that state. I'm only just starting to see and feel things that are way different. That's more, I don't know, say interplanetary, I
Yeah.
guess. But it does. It takes so long, but you have to meditate at least 5 to 10 minutes a day and then keep increasing as you get more time to do it. And you'll wind up getting into that state when you want to meditate. Boom, it happens automatically. Just like me, I could just go into a meditative state anytime, no matter what, just within seconds. But practice it, do it for us, for our sake, but for your own sake. It's real important. It's so beneficial to you. You
It
just don't
is.
realize. So we have covered a few bases, and I say I'm really happy that we bought the show. I'm sorry it was a little bit late.
I'm sorry. We got a lot
Yeah,
going
we got
on.
so much going on, and then once all that stuff is done and we're comfortable, then there's going to be so much here because we do got to blow this third eye meditation
Yes.
up so bad. It's going to be you and I like a team out there and getting the word out. So
Yeah.
especially you guys, the listeners out here, we may be already ahead of the game by the time you push the play button on this, but always help us out, just like we help you out. Spread the word. Again, I always say, if you happen to by chance listen to this show and it wasn't your cup of tea, you don't really get into it, but you know somebody who does.
Mhm.
Pass it on to them.
Yep.
That's how we work. It's just a matter of getting the word out and trying to
Maybe it's
spread
not for
it.
you, but it could be for somebody else.
Yeah.
Yep.
And just for you giving a listen, we appreciate that
Yeah,
too.
we
That's
do.
an important
And I
thing.
do want to say, we were a little bit late doing this. We had a lot going on. But I want to say, what you could value about us here at Third Eye is that, we were late, but it was because we knew that we couldn't give you our all. But we're here right now, February 17th, 2023. And our energy is for you guys. It's all for you. We're 100% here for you guys right here, right now, 50 years from now, whatever. And, we did it tonight. We had the time and we're focusing on just you guys right now.
We are. And that also goes to show that regardless of what's going on, like I know probably in the last podcast, it was a new year, came in strong, and I had so many ideas. I wanted to push that forward, and I said, "Oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that," and I had to take a step back. Only do things when it feels right, when it feels correct.
Hmm.
You don't have to push yourself and say it needs to get done right now. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. And so that's why a lot of things have changed with third eye meditation. Um, Even though I was saying I wanted to move forward, we stepped back a little bit just because the timing's not right, the energy is not right, but it will be. And so
Manifestation.
manifestation, and it's
I'm
going to happen, and we're
a
going to
big one
move
on
on
that.
past. Yeah, and we're going to definitely move on past these times right now, because even I said, and I can remember doing prior podcast or one of the shows, and I said 2023 feels better. I feel like things are going to lighten up.
Yeah.
Boom, here we are a couple months in, and look at all the stuff that's going on and all the bad stuff in the news. And I said, wow, that really changed things. Well, today I was talking and I was doing a Rumble show, and I said, you know what? Here's the thing with the human race again. I could sit and can have a good feel and say, okay, I think the new year is going to be good. Well, maybe it is. It only takes the human race to screw that up, but it also takes the human race to change that and make it better. So let's all work on that
Hmm.
together. Because no matter who you think is in control, whether it be the government, the shadow government, or anything like that, understand they're human beings as well. So once we realize that we are the ones that are messing things up, we can realize that we are the ones that can also change it.
Rebuild.
Rebuild. Yep. We could rebuild anything, we could change things. We don't always wake up in a good mood. Some of us, unfortunately, don't wake up,
And
but
that's
life
okay.
goes on.
Yep. Life goes on and it's okay to have a bad day.
It is.
You
It
know,
certainly is.
I might have a
Just hit my
I'm
head on the mic.
I might have a bad day, once a week I'll say,
Mm-hmm.
I sometimes get really in my feelings and I don't get
Mm-hmm.
grounded, right away. But that's okay because I know I'm going to wake up the next day and, I'm going to learn from my bad day
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to move on.
Yes, and that's it. And I never tell people every day is going to be good. I could give all those fancy little quotes and those cute little quotes, but that's to help guide you. That if that's something you want to achieve, you can read that and say, okay, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to break myself out of this. But I'm never going to tell anybody you're always going to have a perfect, well balanced life. You can work on trying to do that. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's never going to go as smooth as you think it is. All right. We're just human beings. We're just starting out. We have no idea what we are capable of or what we are in control of. So you have to understand that you got to take care of yourself. You got to listen to yourself, listen to your body, and listen to the energies. Feel the energies that are around you.
Yeah. You just like he was saying, basically, you just have to be realistic with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Don't and we're realistic with you. We're not going to say you're going to have a good day every day. You're going to have a perfect day, but what you're going to have is you're going to have a day. And, maybe that night you can get into a meditative state and you can reflect on your day. What could I have done differently? Why did I feel the way I felt? That's a big thing with self-awareness. Um, but we're just real with you guys here. We're not going to sugarcoat anything. We're not going to be those, scripture like
Mm-hmm.
people. we're just going to be real with you. That's our goal here, because in the long run, we just want to help you. We want you
That's
to open up and be yourself. Love yourself.
right. And you brought up a good thing too when it comes to spirituality, religion, and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I know if you go now to thirdeyemeditation.net, it's going to show the ministry of, and if you go on our Facebook page, if you look up, up that link as well, it says it's a church. Now, this is my goal. Like, I want to create a church or a ministry, but this is going to be different. I like to do things different. This is the only spiritual church because you could be whatever religion you want to be, and we respect all and any.
Yes.
But it's spirituality, the way you feel. There's no church based off of just plain spirituality.
We don't have a Bible. We don't have a book. We don't have anything like that.
We have real people with different religions, different backgrounds, all coming together for one common goal. And that's just to achieve a better self. That's it. Whether it be through meditation or just trying to help each other out. Philosophy, talking to each other, wisdom.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to share. And that's what this church is going to be about. It's the first church based off of spirituality only and not dealing with the religious portion of it. So definitely look out for that. Definitely check out thirdeyemeditation.net as well. I think we touched on enough.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. And I'm really happy you were here with me tonight, Hannah.
Yes.
I think you're going to be here much more. It does. It makes it so much better. But listen, everybody, we really appreciate you tuning in and listening. Be prepared. We're going to have a lot more. This episode right now is actually the season finale, and we're going into season 4. I can't believe it was just last summer I started this, and we're already on 4 seasons now. So this whole next season.
Watch out, Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah. So we're going to bring you a season 4 opener pretty soon. We'll try not to be late with this one. We'll start coming up with more topics. Maybe we'll get some guests in here. Don't forget, though, check out thirdeyemeditation.net. And definitely find the links for our Facebook page. Join us on our Wednesday night shows. Reach out to us through either Facebook or through Third Eye Meditation's admin, and just set your thoughts and send them out to us.
Yeah. And then Third Eye Meditation Network page, which is off of Third Eye Meditation regular Facebook page. It's a community there. So many different people post different things, and it really helps everyone realize that you're not alone. There's always someone out there that's going to be in a similar situation like you. And that page is so great. It's just such a nice community.
Yeah, we got good followers on there. There's no drama. We don't want the drama.
We support small businesses.
Yes. Yeah, that's the big thing too. If you do have a small business, you could definitely reach out. We allow you to put your business up on the page.
Yeah.
As long
we'll
as you're
advertise for you guys,
And we definitely, everybody we advertise, we've, dealt with personally, and they're small business, and they're, like everybody's struggling. So we have no problem supporting the small business and supporting the advertising as well. Just kind of like Mind's Eye Metaphysical, mindseyemetaphysical.com on the World Wide Web.
We love Jen.
Yeah, Jen. Jen is the person to see for all of your metaphysical needs. You could check her out at 3 Railroad Avenue, Marietta, Pennsylvania, 17347. And you can reach her by phone, 717-286-3784. Reach out to her anytime. That is the place to be to get all the cool metaphysical stuff. thirdeyemeditation.net on the World Wide Web to reach out further for us and find all the places that we are at. And you're going to see and hear a lot more from Hannah. She is Third Eye Meditation. She is not a guest. She is a permanent member of this whole community network business.
I'm here to stay, bitches.
There you go. Here to stay. And she loves the podcast because she could be more herself.
I was going to say, I was just waiting for the perfect moment, and there it was.
There you go, people. So yeah, Hannah is a ball of fun. She really is. And she's going to lend such great insight for every single person out here. So we really, really thank you and appreciate you in every way. Thank you so much for supporting Third Eye Meditation Podcast all across the world. We got so many countries listening.
Thank you. Hello.
Yeah.
Have a good night or good morning.
Good morning, good night, good evening, whatever it is. Because like I said, this is just so difficult to pinpoint when somebody's hitting that play button.
Yeah.
But enjoy everything. Try and stay positive. Always be happy. And reach out to us if you need any kind of guidance.
Yes.
Thank you all for joining us.
Thank you.